Members of the group NURUL NADHRAH binti JAMALUDIN, NURUL binti MOHAMAD TAMRI, and NURFATIHAH binti MOHAMAD ZAFRI. Introduction of the products. The trend was started by Korean bakers on Instagram. This cake usually features plain pastel colors, simple shape, and rustic texture. They are pretty, quirky, and just plain delightful. Some of them are so aesthetically pleasing that you will feel so guilty to eat. All kinds of Korean-style custom design bento cakes from this cake shop are super beautiful and tasty. The design of the cake is super fantastic. The Korean minimalist cake trend that has taken over the country has turned out to be the blazing in regards of bakers affected by pandemic. Korean style cake with their clean and simple designs are so pretty and Instagram worthy, making them social media trend of late. They have become a lifeline for bakers like Sarah Ismaili bin Rizwan, who experienced a dip in sales after the 3-month closure of her bakery shop during the MCO. The high-spirit 90 years old decided to make a shift to making cakes that feature pastel colors and blown for style using a double-layer ladder of cake. Introduction of the owner. Her name is Sarah Ismaili binti Rizwan. She is 90 years old and currently studying diploma in philosophy at MSU College. She living in Kota Baru, Kelantan. Perhaps she's still studying, but he managed to own a shop in Kota Baru called Sarah Bakery.
Production or services labor that is delegated to a specific product, cost center, or job order is known as direct labor. Indirect labor refers to any labor that assists in the manufacturing process but is not specifically involved in the active refining of raw materials into finished goods. In a business run by Sarah, the direct labor is herself and also assisted by her sister with a wage of Rm30 a day, while the indirect labor is her aunt Nur Suhaili, who is also a baker, became an advisor for her business financial management. Manufacturing overhead. Manufacturing overhead costs are all manufacturing costs that are related to the cost object but cannot be traced to that cost object in an economically feasible way. Manufacturing overhead includes other costs in manufacturing that are neither direct material costs nor direct labor costs. In Sarah business, the manufacturing overhead are utensil depreciation Rm67, utilities Rm100, indirect labor Rm150, and premise rent Rm1000. How the product is produced. Ingredients. Most of standard cakes use a batter made from wheat flour, fat, eggs, sugar, milk powder, water, flavorings, and raising ingredients such as sodium carbonate. The ingredients are combined in either the sugar batter method or flour batter method. Making a cake. Firstly, mixing the batter. The batter is mixed in a mixer. Once all the ingredients are combined, the mixer continues to beat the mixture in order to trap in air and allow the cake to rise properly. The air works in conjunction with the added rising ingredients, and the next will grow in size during the baking process. Next, filling the mold. The baking mold is sprayed with a thin layer of oil, which prevents the batter from sticking to the mold during the baking process. The mold is then filled with batter. The third step is baking. Once the mold is filled with batter, they are taken into the oven. The temperature and humidity of the oven are carefully regulated to produce the best result for the cake type so that it cooks evenly and truly. Once the cake has fully risen and the crust turning to brown, the cake must be cooling down. After baking, the cake must be truly and carefully cooled so that it does not crack. Fifth, decorating. Once the cake is completely cool, the cake will be decorated with cream cheese frosting according to customers' requests. Lastly, stripping and packaging. Once the cake is completely finished, so the cake will be ready to be packed and picked up by the customer or delivered to the customer.
So here are the calculation of cost. First of all, we need product cost, which is direct material, direct labor, and manufacturing overhead. The amount for direct material is 3,250, while the direct labor is 900, and for the manufacturing overhead is 1,217. The total of product cost is Rm 5,467 per month. These are the table for the calculation of cost, which is we have two, which is for vanilla cake, and so this is the table for the costing of cream cheese frosting for a month. So next, let's moving on to the selling price. This is how the owner of the business set up the selling price for one cake. One cake, she come for the direct material, which is consists of Rm 13 ringgit, and the selling cost, so she doubled the price of direct material, which is total cost for selling is Rm 26 ringgit. So she got profit for Rm 13 ringgit. So this is the detail about break-even sales, which is content of fixed cost, sales, variable cost, and operating profit, also contribution margin. The sale for 250 is 6,500 minus the variable cost, which is 4,250. So we get for the contribution margin, which is 2,250. And we minus into fixed cost, which is 1,275, and we get for the operating profit is 975. So here you have two types of break-even sale, which is in units and in RM. For the units, we use formula fixed cost divided to unit contribution margin, which is we get 146 unit. So that means the owner of this business need to sell more than 146 unit if she wants to have a more comfortable life. While for the break-even sales in RM, we use formula fixed cost divided into contribution margin ratio. First of all, we need to find the contribution margin ratio, which is 3,250 divided into 6,500, which is we get 5%. So fixed cost divided into that, and we get 2,634. That means she needs to sell more than 2,634 for having more comfortable life and for her family.